Hello again, everybody. I'm the Dude 5 back with another video, and today we will be continuing our walkthrough series of LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens with Collectible Hunting Part 6. We are still on Jakku. Now, real quick, I do want to apologize. I did say in my last video, I believe, that I was going to be taking a little bit of time off from my regular video uploading schedule. It does take a little bit more time for me to record, edit, and upload these videos than it did before I got my laptop and editing software. The reason why I was taking a break was because I was trying to do more Destiny stuff with the Age of Triumph launch and the updated raids and all that stuff. So that's basically what I've been doing. That, and I've been staying very busy with my work schedule and my day-to-day life. And so, because of how busy I've been and how busy I will be with my work schedule and all that stuff, um, I just want to say that I'm probably not going to be able to stick to my regular weekly broadcasting schedule anymore. I'll try to focus on like a couple different series at a time each week um, until I finish one, and then I'll move on to another. Just because with how busy I am and with all the stuff I have to do on a daily basis, I'm just not entirely sure that I'm going to be able to stick to my weekly video schedule that I originally set for myself. So I do apologize to you guys for that. I know you guys like to see regular content on my channel, fresh content on a daily basis, but you know, I got to take into account my my actual day-to-day life as well, and how much time I actually had to do all this stuff. So we're going to get started by collecting the rest of these stray gold bricks. That's number 136. Hop back on our speeder here. We have to become a character that can grapple Lego plugs like that. Apparently Chewie can't do it. Let's become... Just searching for a character that can grapple things. Doesn't really matter who, so long as it's a character that can grapple Lego plugs. Our Otegan Acolyte can. And that's going to get us gold brick number 137, and I accidentally blew myself up. That was funny. We're going to focus on collecting all these stray gold bricks, and then we'll move on to our other missions on Jakku. This is going to be the second to last Jakku video. In the next video, we're actually going to wrap up all of our collectibles on Jakku and finally move on to our next planet in order to 100% this game. This is one of my lengthier series just because with LEGO games there's a lot of collectibles to obtain, and so it does take a little while. I try to do double uploads each time I do LEGO Star Wars videos. Alright, let's grapple that Lego plug there, see what we get. And that exploded that decrepit vehicle to get us gold brick number 138. Still quite a few more gold bricks laying about. Doesn't seem to be any more in the northeastern section of the map. Looks like they're all just down here. Let's hop back on our speeder and be on our merry way. By the way, guys, I am using my brand new microphone that I got a while back instead of my microphone on my headset. So hopefully the audio commentary is much clearer. Last video I did, I listened to the audio commentary when I was using my new microphone, and the audio commentary sounded crystal clear, and I was very happy with it. So hopefully that remains a constant now throughout my videos. Gotta provide good quality content. The best I can provide. And guess what, guys? We get to become our favorite character, Admiral Snack Bar. We get to dive into this pool to get ourselves another gold brick. And that will be gold brick number 139. We're making very good progress. I often amuse myself in various ways. Some dirty, some not. But whenever I come up with funny, witty things like Admiral Snack Bar, that they just seem to stick. So now every time I see Admiral Akbar, I can't call him anything else. I have to call him Admiral Snack Bar because it's just so funny that I came up with that I can't stop laughing every time I hear it. But he is Admiral Snack Bar from now on. 140, gold brick number 140. That's how you'll get that. Use Chewie to blow down that wall with a thermal detonator. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Apparently our next gold brick is over here and we have to use the Force. So we'll become a Force user like Lord Vader. That will shake that decrepit droid like a rag doll. Give us gold brick number 141. From the looks of things, that seems to be all of the stray gold bricks. There may have been one I missed, I'm not sure, but for now we are going to move on to our missions. There's quite a few different types of missions on each location and destination. There's general missions, there's scavenger missions, there's bounty hunter missions, First Order and Resistance side missions, and also droid translation missions as well. Personally, I can't wait to 100% everything in this game and then finally go back and unfreeze all the carbonite bricks that we collect in order to unlock all of our characters, because really, in any LEGO game, that's the main reason why I play through and collect all the collectibles, is because I want to unlock all the characters. And with any LEGO game, especially these days, their character rosters, with LEGO Star Wars games, with LEGO Marvel video games especially, the character rosters are huge. And it's just fun to get to play as all the characters and stuff. Even if it's just a LEGO game, even if it's just made more for kids, it's still fun to do, you know? Kinda missed the ramp there, but that's okay. Didn't need to go off the ramp. Just would have added more style. Some of these races are fairly easy to complete. Some of them can be tricky if you're not careful driving. If you don't take a corner a certain way, if you don't, you know, turn just right, sometimes you can mess up and kind of, you know, like that. That one's kind of a tough corner to take, and it kind of ends up grinding down the time clock. But the faster you get through each of these checkpoints, the more time you get, and ultimately it makes the race that much easier to complete. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're doing these races. It makes things much easier. For each mission you complete, you get a gold brick too, so gotta collect them gold bricks, gotta complete that game. 142 so far. We are well on our way. There are, I believe, 4 different DLC chapters that we got as a part of the season pass for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. So if there's any extra like mini kits or gold bricks to obtain that aren't a part of the regular game, that's why for some people, like if you don't have the season pass, you'll only see like 250 something gold bricks that you need to obtain. Whereas for me, it shows me like 260 something. Those are the extra gold bricks for the DLC mission. So I'm pretty sure that by the time we 100% all the planets and just kind of ignore the DLC missions, at that point we will have 100%ed LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, and then at that point we can just do the DLC missions as a side thing at a later time, further down the road in this series. I'm fairly confident that that's how things will work. That was a fairly short race, so that was an easy gold brick to obtain. It's going to be gold brick number 143. I'm going to clear the map of races here. Last video, it was kind of unclear to me. I think some of the races might have been glitched out, and I don't know why. And I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to complete them for some glitched out stupid reason, but apparently, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but we are able to access everything on this map and in the game. So luckily there's no issues. I'm just gonna be racing around in Poe Dameron's X-wing here, drift in the dunes. I think it's so cool they introduced these little micro fighter vehicles into the game, because obviously it's quite comical, like a Lego minifigure just kind of bebopping around in a little minifigure like starship or whatever, hopping, getting airtime off a sand dune in a frickin' X-wing. It's just funny. But then it also makes the races pretty cool too, and it makes it a little more, it introduces a new type of challenge to the game. We got some good air time for the finish of that race, got us gold brick number 144. I have been thoroughly pleased with this game. LEGO games are geared more towards, younger audiences, but for me, I'm a huge nerd. I love LEGOs, and I probably one of the biggest Star Wars fanatics on the planet. That's just my humble opinion, but I take Star Wars very seriously. As I do many other things in my life, but Star Wars is definitely like my top 5 ultimate fandoms, and always will be. And so when they combine two of my all-time favorite things in the world, LEGO and Star Wars, I absolutely have to take part in it. And it's understandable too. I'm sure many of you out there watching this video would understand where I'm coming from. So, y'all know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fast and the Furious Galactic Drift. Oh no, I missed that one. That's what happens when you get too much airtime, you zoom right over it. Gotta be careful. If you're not careful, you could miss these checkpoints and then have to start all over. You run out of time. These races take you all over. And that is going to get us gold brick number 145. I believe we have 5 more gold bricks we're going to obtain in this video before the end. Let's just see where we're at as far as progress here. We've got 40 out of 54 gold bricks, 6 out of 12 general missions. We've completed all the races now. We still have 2 more First Order missions to complete, 2 more Resistance missions. We've completed the 1 bounty mission, and then we still have 2 more scavenger missions and 1 more droid mission. So we are almost done with Jakku. However, we are not quite going to complete everything in this video, but like I said, we're going to wrap up Jakku in the next video, in part 7 of our collectible hunting series. I don't know if some of you may be confused as to why I say our series instead of my series, and sometimes I say one or the other, but really the whole point of uploading these videos is the fact that the video game itself... Hold on a second.
Pins and needles of all the days. Ooh, ouch. Can you do me a really big favor? I got really bad... Ooh, pins and needles, so I can't ride my blogging today. But I'm training him for a real important race. If you could just run him around the course, I'd be in your debt. Right up until I gave you a reward, then we'd be square.
So as I was saying, like, the video game itself, like, doesn't belong to me. Obviously, it belongs to the people that developed the video game. And, they put it out there for public consumption, and that also allows, people to upload video game series of these video games
Night Watchers.
for public consumption.
That was some workout you put him through.
Within certain copyright confines.
Here's that reward I was talking about.
That's going to get us gold brick number 146. And so, really, the whole reason why I say, our series and our stuff and blah, 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 is mainly because this is an experience for both you and I, for both me and my viewers, and it doesn't belong to just me. It belongs out there to everybody, consuming this media. So, if any of you out there are confused, why does he keep saying, our series, blah, 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 stuff like that? Well, that's basically why. Because if I kept saying my series, this is mine, blah, 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 that would be an incorrect statement. And I didn't want people to get confused or upset by anything I might have said. So, apparently this guy has a phobia of these night crawlers, but these look nothing like the great night crawler, or aka Kurt Wagner from the Munich Circus. Apparently these are the night crawlers of a galaxy far, far away. These little sand muppets that pop up and just look at you.
You've done it. I can sleep tonight? You've just saved my sanity. Here, it's not much, but I want you to have this, because I keep tripping over it at home.
Alright, that'll complete that general mission and get us gold brick number 147. We got 3 more gold bricks to obtain before the end of this video, so let us continue progressing as planned. See what other general missions we have to complete here. Still quite a few. Let's set a marker and go to our next one. Gotta get a vehicle. Why don't we hop on a Vulture Droid microfighter? Lord Vader's gotta ride something sinister, obviously. I mean, he really should be in his TIE Advanced, because that's his ship, but,
Think you're some kind of a hotshot pilot, do you? A bunch of us daredevil pilots have been seeing how fast we can race around that massive Star Destroyer up there. Yeah, you're right. We are pretty amazing. I mean, sure, there's always a chance some plucky upstart could beat our lap time, but I don't think that's likely. Unless, of course, you think you're that plucky upstart. Have you really got what it takes? Huh? I.e. a ship?
Alrighty, we are going to blast off to a different part of this galaxy and take on some chumps. Still can't get over how the hyperspace tube in Star Wars looks a lot like the Doctor Who time tunnel. It really does. Oh, actually, this is a race. This race was really tricky, even in this level. Even in this level of the game, where you're playing as Finn and what's his name, Poe Dameron. When you're racing around this Star Destroyer, trying to destroy everything and all that stuff. There's also a mini kit you obtain through a race in this level originally, and so it's actually very tricky. The camera angles and the camera turns flying around the Star Destroyer isn't the easiest thing to do. It's a little trippy, and so it kind of like trips me out a little bit. And so if I have a hard time completing these objectives in a timely manner without screwing up big time, I do apologize. I did mess up a few times here, and yeah, I messed up quite a few times here, so I'm just trying to get myself back on track. I keep bumping into things, and I can't seem to get inside the frickin' circle there. Jesus Christ. Somebody tell me how to fly this ship. I can't friggin' do it. I just can't do it. Can't do it. I blew myself up. I don't know why I'm talking in this accent, but it's funny. And I messed up the race again, so I'm gonna have to diddly-do and start over. Yeah. By the way, guys, there's actually quite a few good movies coming out this year. I can't wait to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 early premiere this Thursday night. That's my plans for tomorrow after I get off work. And so, not only that, I think there's at least a couple more Marvel movies coming out this year. Spider-Man Homecoming and Thor Ragnarok. Maybe one more, I'm not sure. But also, there's a Stephen King series that I've heard about but never really read, but they're making a movie based on it called The Dark Tower, and it's based off of his series of novels, and it actually looks very, very interesting. And so, normally I'm so used to Stephen King as just a master of horror. I've never read any of his books, and I don't think I'd be comfortable reading any of his horror books, because for me, when I get into a movie or a video game or a book, I get so into it that I feel like I become part of it, like I become part of the story. I'm one of those people. And his horror is already like terrifying enough and creepy enough to the point where if I'm reading a book, I don't need those images because of how much I get into it. I don't need to be having nightmares over a book, especially a Stephen King novel. But for The Dark Tower, it looks more like fantasy, like adventure. It looks pretty interesting actually. So there are times when Stephen King kind of takes a break from horror and he actually delves into like supernatural fantasy, which is I always love that kind of stuff too. So the movie itself, the trailer dropped, I think today or yesterday, and so it actually looks very interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Let me know in the comments section what movies you guys are most looking forward to seeing this year besides those that have already happened. Personally, I can't wait until they make another Power Rangers movie, because the one they did about a month back was pretty well done. I was entertained by it, and the fact that Bryan Cranston plays Zordon in that. Became such a huge fan of Bryan Cranston watching Breaking Bad.
Plucky and young.
So
I gotta hand it to you.
I found it kind of funny
You beat our best
that he
time.
played Zordon. He's
You know
like,
what
hey,
else I've gotta hand you?
he's talking to the Red Ranger, Jason. It's like, hey, Jason, say my name, Zordon. And then Zordon goes, you're goddamn right. There's a scene in an episode of Breaking Bad where he's talking to two cartel members, and he asks them to say his name for recognition, and the threat that goes along with that recognition. He's like, say my name. Go ahead. And the guy goes, Heisenberg. And then Walter goes,
well, let me guess.
You're goddamn
you want to race a
right.
Speeder? Everyone wants to race a speeder.
Like,
hey,
you should
I'd
fear
love to
me,
help, but I've only got
essentially.
enough spares to get
So
one of these
I created a little
wrecked,
joke
perfectly fine vehicles
based on that.
So, which do you want? Really fast but handles like a brick? Or slower but won't plow into the barrier on the first corner?
It's nice to kind of talk about other things besides the video games when I'm doing a video, just to kind of like give you guys a little taste of what's going on in my life. Just a taste. We're gonna assemble Luke's sand speeder, and we're gonna zoom around in it, and it's gonna be awesome. Last time this thing was on a sand planet, it was Tatooine. Now it's been magically transported to Jakku. And this thing is actually pretty speedy. No pun intended. I mean, it's a land speeder. I mean, that kind of goes with the territory. Oh, that land speeder, pretty speedy. Oh, what is it? Why? Why is it speedy? Oh, because it's a land speeder. Dude! No shit. Ramp off the ramp there. That's what ramps are for. Just like land speeders for speeding. And we'll finish that race kind of quickly. Alright. That's going to complete another general mission. That'll give us gold brick number 149. We have one more to obtain before this video is kaput. Let's find it here. And we'll hop into our TIE Advanced. Little Vader zooming around in his TIE Advanced. He's so funny. Get some good airtime off this thing too, let me tell you.
It's the NEMA Sports Festival, brought to you in part. Look at you! Quite the imposing physical specimen. Which means nothing, because this is a vehicle race. Complete the race within the time limit, and you'll win a completely unique prize.
Alrighty. So we'll hop into our TIE Advance to complete this little general mission here. Last one of the video. Vader cruising around in his TIE Advanced on Jakku. And I completely missed that checkpoint. Trying to keep up with the rest of it. Just managed to. Go, 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 go! Ah. I just barely completed this race within the time limit. Oh my god. This one was not easy. These corners were like really tricky to try and take without messing up. And we'll hop out right at the last second, stick the landing. This Vader's a total friggin' pro. I think Vader should be in the next Fast and Furious movie. I'm kidding. I don't think there will be a next Fast and Furious movie. I think this last one was supposed to be the last one.
One completely unique prize coming up. It's unique because I dropped it earlier, and there's minor cosmetic damage to the corner.
Alrighty guys, that'll be our last general mission for the video, and that's going to get us gold brick number 150, and that's going to do it for this one. And so like I said before, I'll probably just be sticking to a couple of different series each week from now on. We have 45 out of 54 gold bricks. We still have one more general mission we need to complete, as well as the rest of our little side missions there. So that's going to do it for this one. We're going to wrap up Jakku in the next one, and I'm going to thank everyone so much for watching. My name has been I'm the Dude 5. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video, as well as any others of mine that you may enjoy, including the one I provide on screen. Also, check out my friend Night the Wolf on YouTube. I'll provide a link on screen to his channel. Be sure to like and subscribe. Also, guys, if there's anyone out there on my channel that is a Destiny player, primarily on PS4, looking for a clan of people, a great group of people to do raids, Crucible, quests, bounties, etc., especially since there's a lot to do now with Age of Triumph active in the world of Destiny, check out Body No Pants Party Clan. I'll provide a link on screen to our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, as well as a link in the description of this video to our Facebook page. So drop us a like, get in touch with one of the admins, and you will be inducted into the clan straight away. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and as always, stay classy. I will see you all out there in a galaxy far, far away.